right, everybody, here we are. We have Travesty Ya Majesty, Sparrow and Khadijah, our favorite millennial. They're hanging out in Miami. I'm hanging out in freezing cold New York, and Travesty's down in Atlanta still.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody's
not exactly
on
warm here.
Well, how bad is the weather over there?
Oh, it's cold. It is cold. I might as well have stayed in New York. I'm freezing my ass off. They got a cold inside, but they have the AC on in here, and then it's cold. Well, it's humid. It's not that cold.
Man, that's messed up.
I just don't like AC.
During the day, what was the temperature during the day?
It was cloudy and muggy, and then it was So, well.
All right. So, what about the floods? Because I heard this whole thing about floods going on down there.
Well, I didn't see any floods, but I saw flood quality rain, but I didn't see any.
Yeah.
All right. So
that's what I was saying. I figured they didn't have that way.
So let me ask everybody a question. In regards to family, friends, should a family member lend money to another family member or a friend with the hopes of actually getting it back? How does everybody feel about that?
I think when you lend money, you should always just know that you will never get it back. And then if someone pays you back, it's like, ooh, how nice.
Does that go for family too, or just friends?
Especially family. I think sometimes when people have something to prove, more so, they'll be quick to pay you back. But if they know they have that relationship, they'll try to take advantage of it.
That's true.
I expect my money back.
You're expecting your money back, Travesty?
Unless I say don't worry about it. If I don't say don't worry about it, I want money back.
You want? Khadijah, what about you?
I'm gonna tell them though.
Okay, so I think it depends on the person. Simply, whether it's a family member or a friend. If they're the type of person to pay it back, I don't know. That's a hard one. I don't have any expectations, but I do at the same time based off of the person. Right. You know, like if a person usually will give you the money back, then they will either say that, have done it, or let you know when they're going to be late on it. But either way, I'll still do it and just go, well, whatever.
Anyway, really quickly, let me just ask everybody regarding the whole thing about should you lend money to a friend or family expecting it to get back. I just want to go on record by saying that I literally took money from a family member, and it wasn't even that much. It was like, I don't know, it was like $20. And he held that over my head, and he still holds that over my head, about $20. Oh, I lent $20 10 years ago, still when you really needed it. Whenever he asks me to do him a favor, he brings up $20. So I don't know. I lend, I give, I don't expect it back. I just want to go right out there and say that. But anyway, aside from the fact that the situation with people and money and all that, believe it or not, what's going on right now is that in California, they're actually asking people right now who are retired and college students to work a minimum of 20 hours a week because of the industry that's hurting so badly. Like, in other words, people can't get workers, industry can't get workers, regular jobs can't get workers. So they're actually asking people who are retired to come back into the workforce, and college students. Hey, how wild is that? Yeah.
It's super wild. I mean, I think people got comfortable between one or the other. They got comfortable because they started their own business and freaking succeeded in the middle of COVID. Or two, they're on unemployment and they're freaking comfortable. So why would you go back to work?
I don't know. Can you imagine if you are retired and you actually have to go back into the workforce? Unless you want to. I mean, I don't know. Sparrow, if you're retired, would you want to come back in the workforce?
I said, then I wouldn't be retired. It defeats the purpose.
What do you mean? When you retire, you get old?
Huh?
You saying when you're retired, you get old?
No, when I retire, you don't get, well, I guess if you are retiring at an older age, it's just naturally you get old, right? It's just like, they made it that you have to retire when you're finally too old to work, instead of retiring because, your brain needs a break, So, I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I mean, listen, if I'm
Back
retired.
into work. I don't know. I wouldn't do it.
I
want my
like I
Social
would.
Security.
I feel like if I get bored, then yeah, why not?
Fuck that.
Nah.
Social Security. No.
Once I'm done, just
Wasn't that the
done.
whole point of working
Knitting
to
sweaters.
retirement? Social Security was supposed to pay my shit at the end of retirement. We paid into it.
Social Security, forget it. I mean, that's going to be a pipe dream by the time we're all ready to retire. That's not even going to be around.
Yeah,
What are we
I
gonna-
wish they would actually stop taking it from my check then.
Mhm.
Welcoming.
I was like, what is this voice? I'm like, I know this voice.
Oh, Chrissy's dead?
Where is she?
Just popped out of
Hey, y'all
nowhere.
see
Hey.
Yeah.
Chrissy,
How you doing?
if you can
Good,
hear
how are
me.
y'all? Y'all look nice.
Thank you.
Thanks.
They're
Looking all
doing one up down in
Miami.
Miami.
I
Yeah, we're-
know. That was
we're
our
like
summer
enjoying
job.
this thing, this cut that shit out. We're enjoying this event called Unblinded, and it's actually really cool. The Sean is the organizer, the founder of the event, and he's very motivated, very inspirational. He's spiritual, you know, and he combines like psychology and spirituality to making things work in a business, which is like something that should have been applied a long time ago, but it's
I
being
love it.
applied now. So, and I'm seeing how he's teaching everyone how to like just go for what they want and making them feel good about going for what they want and doing good with it. And I see how he's inspiring everyone. So it's really cool.
That's great. Awesome.
Yeah. So he's really good people. And the board members, there's Martha, Fernando, Andy. We met Andy last time, and a few others. And they're all like very supportive people. They like, you come to them about what you want to do, and they're like, yes, yeah, we're definitely down to help build and grow. And that's the type of people you want to be around. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I love his answer. He's like, well, you're gonna have to speak to this guy, because if it was up to me, I would say yes to everything. Like I like that answer. Just so open to just, you know, try it. Then it's like so many different types of people from different places, people in different businesses, people who have businesses who's growing other ones. It's really cool, eye-opening. It's like, I think the way the world should ultimately work.
Nice. So that's the major takeaway then. That's good. So you're definitely learning a lot down there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you know what, Kristy, now that you came in, so you know our two were down in Miami. One of the questions we were talking about earlier was regarding lending money. If you were going to lend money to a family member or a friend, would you actually expect to get the money back?
So,
She said,
well, I honestly know it's so funny you say that, because like, my rule of thumb, and my mom always told me, it's like, only lend money that you expect not to receive back, because people just, you know, sometimes, and not everybody's the same approach. Some people would, but I lend only what I can expect not to, where it won't hurt to not receive it back, if that makes any sense. So like I know what I need to, you know, someone asks me for anything, I'm like, okay, well, I can afford to I not lose, but I won't hurt if I don't receive this back. So it's like, hey, you know, I can only do this much. Knowing I probably could do more, but it's like, look, I can only do this much. This is all I can do to support. And so, and also knowing like it has to be on my heart to give. Like it has to be like, I know I'm not expecting to get this back. I know this is going to be okay. Like they need it. I'm just going to give this out of the goodness of like my intention. But if my intention isn't there, and then like I'm having some kind of like feeling about it, then I probably won't give it.
That's interesting. So you would lend to the point that I'll give you what I don't need, basically. All right, it's not going to hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting.
I agree.
So whatever it is that you don't need, Kristy, send it our way.
Look, no, I need it all now. I need every single thing. But yeah, no, no, it's funny because I always just thought about it. I was like, because I remember I have at one point, what in the world? I'm not sure if that's my thing. I had at one point, I used to like have no problem giving. Like I was super green with it. Like I'll give and I'd be like, they said they'll give it back to me. So I'm going to just go ahead and lend it. And then I'll find myself stretched. And I'm like, hey, that money that, and then all of a sudden, like it ends up being that weird tension. And I'm just like, you know what? Some people like.
Actually, I know what you mean and I understand that absolutely 100%. There's a guy that lives in my street who I lent him $10. No problem. I don't care. But what I hate is that he makes it a thing every time. I'm like, when I'm walking down the street, I'm like, oh shit, here we go. Because he has to explain to me as to why he doesn't have it. But I really don't care. I just want to get in the house after work and take a shower and eat.
Right.
But it is a weird tension. I almost like every time I see this person, he feels like there's some pressure on him to give it back. And I'm like, food, it's okay. I'll see you later. You got it. You got it.
Have any of you actually lent or given money to the point where it did hurt you?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I gave money to the point where, meaning like they promised to have it back on Friday, but Friday apparently is 2 months later.
Yeah, I have.
Promising a date and then like not following up on it. So yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I gave money. I lent money to a friend to help her with something, a bill she needed help with, and it was to go to savings for my car. And then I told her, I was like, listen, I need you to pay this back. And then she was like, okay. And then when I asked for it back, she brought up to all the time she paid for when we went out and how she drove us everywhere when we went out when she didn't have the car. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm trying to get the car so I could contribute my contribution. So, and I helped out and I need you to pay it back. And yeah, the friendship ended over that.
So wild.
Wow.
Yeah, I actually lent a lot to somebody and they were like, yeah, and me, I had that business side where I was like, all right, I'm gonna get this in writing, like, make sure they understand the stipulations, everything that's to it. And I'm still recouping that to this day. and it's like, even to the point where I'm like, oh, this is kind of wild. Like, it's been some time. Like, what are we gonna do? But it's almost to the degree of like, yeah, it's like if I get it, I get it. If I don't, that's just like one painful lesson learned.
Or you're gonna have to go Stewie on that bitch. Like, where's my money, man? Where's my money?
Yeah, seriously.
You know what I do love though? I do love that. Like, so in my instance, when I say that the person said Friday turned out being 2 months later, is that I had to work harder. All right, fine, worked harder, but when I really needed it, it showed up. Like when I was like, damn, but it was like, oh, what? It happened. It was like, I don't know. I like those little moments. It sucks in the moment while it's happening, but it's almost like they saved the money for you. Because if you had the money, you would have spent it.
Right.
But it's here now, and so like, oh, cool.
You never lie, Khadijah.
What I've always done, like if somebody's ever come to me and asked me for money, I would either say if I didn't have it, I didn't have it, or I would do pretty much what you would do, Kristy. I would lend to what wouldn't hurt me. But there were many times that I lent where it did hurt. And basically, instead of trying to collect the money back, I would always say to the person, hey, look, when I need it, I need to come to you for it. That's when you can give it to me. Because I never like to collect. I just won't do it. I already knew it wasn't coming back, and it still hasn't.
You're Italian. You're supposed to collect. Come on. Get with it.
The mob boss. The mob boss.
You better call up Cousin Vinny or somebody.
I'm not that type of Italian. I'm not that type.
Everybody.
You wasn't Lehigh.
Well, I wasn't. But if you remember, Travesty, I wasn't lending money in Lehigh. I was
taking money. That was the difference. He was taking the money.
No, but I love what you said, Khadijah, in terms of like how
you wouldn't
your
take mine
was
though,
there.
I was met on the new grape, so.
Yeah, I would never try to take Travesty's money. No way. Travesty was the toughest in our school, in our grade. No one messed with him.
What are you talking about? I wasn't tough.
I could see that.
I was no punk.
Yeah, I could see you squaring going toe to toe with people. Like, yo.
Me?
Travesty, yeah, Travesty went toe to toe a few times, definitely. Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah. Fake news. He's like, nah, never.
I was chilling.
I believe you, Peter.
Yeah.
Same.
Well, you know what? Let me just ask everybody this though. How does everybody feel about TikTok? I mean, I've never personally used it, but can you
Look.
really go too far on TikTok? That's the question.
Okay,
Yes
so-
or no? Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, I feel like yes and no to a weird extent. Meaning I very much enjoy TikToks. I like little stories played out in 30 seconds. We are all short, we have a short attention span now, so it's really cool to be able to go through these mini stories. Yes, but where I find a problem with it is that TikTok is occupied by a lot of young children, but you have a lot of adults on it, like doing, I'm gonna say stuff because it can be anywhere as like monologuing a piece from a play to doing the silhouette challenge, you know? So I do like it, but I do think there has to be some sort of like line. It's weird. Like you don't see children younger on Facebook or on Instagram, they're on TikTok. But for us to be now infiltrating what they do is to me weird. You go on there, you see a bunch of women and a bunch of children. Who do you think's looking at at that? A lot of men, probably. So now you're looking at either children or you're looking at women with their bodies out and fitted. And I don't have a problem with it, but it's like you kind of might have to take it to a different platform, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
My problem with any platform is not the platform itself, it's how it's used. And then on top of that, how we choose to address like these issues when it's used in such an inappropriate way. Like we're so relaxed, and it's crazy how relaxed in our laws we are when it comes to protecting our children from, that type of like exposure. And yet like the FCC censors everything else, cursing and all the other stuff, but we're not censoring people who want to influence children in such a way. Like I watch TikTok, how it works. Like it's a good platform if you use it for the right purposes, but if you have like, it has this like brief, like as the video plays out, it just loops back and keeps looping back. So now you have whatever that's being influential in there loop back constantly, and your child is getting access to that loop, and that's hypnotic, and you're doing stuff to the subconscious. And so why aren't we censoring that? We should be censoring the content that's being addressed. Like there was this guy gyrating. He was nice body, young looking man, and then he was wearing like no shirt and boxer shorts, and he's doing this gyrating like hip dance, and then the song's like, "Hey little girl," and I'm telling my kids like, "Yo, this is inappropriate," and my daughter's telling me, "Oh, this is no big deal."
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of going too far, an influencer / mom, her name is Jacqueline Gibson, and she went ahead and aired some intimate footage of her husband on TikTok. And right now, the entire, even the TikTok community is pretty much like done with her after what she did. Apparently, the guy was having a bad day. She told him to go outside and, take a minute. And she started airing it on TikTok. And the man was crying. He was like laying down on one of the outdoor sofas in their house. And
outdoor sofa?
Like one of those like outdoor, like lawn furniture. It was
okay. Yeah.
And he was face down on it, and he was bawling. And you know what? It was an 8-second video. It went viral. 11 million people saw this man bawling. So I don't know what's going on with that. But the thing is, though, I think it's safe to say she took it a little too far. I mean, for real.
Yeah. Wow.
11 million. I mean, seriously, what would you do?
So,
I mean, how do you?
What's the relationship like now?
You know what? She was basically trying to help. Apparently, she was trying to help him, like, embrace his, men are taught at a young age not to cry, all that. Yeah, of course, don't let any crying out. So, most men will literally get, probably 99.9% of men would be upset if somebody filmed them crying. Let's be real. So she was trying to bring it out and letting him know, apparently it's okay to cry. But 11 million people saw that. It's all over.
But
I don't know how much I feel about it.
Yeah, and it's interesting too because I think it's like it's just like this attention is like the new currency now. It's like we sometimes like what is really put out there. It's like, do we really need to do all that? Like TikTok, I think is a great way to market to especially that younger generation. Like that's their thing. It's TikTok is shorter, whatever. But it's like sometimes I think that some stuff just gets way too carried away. Like they take it too far. I think we just do a lot for like the need of attention, which is kind of wild. I don't know.
World Star was born too, like.
And yeah, and now it's like, and even think about like World Star, what that has done, like even to what you're saying about like programming the subconscious mind, it's like rewired our brains to do like normal stuff, right? Like we see someone fighting, we don't think like, oh, this is getting out of hand, like someone should break it up. We think like we need to make sure we capture this so we can get that on our reel or whatever. Like it's that now. It's like
but we had shows before social media, Jerry Springer, the Maury Show, I'm thinking of a few other ones that I can't remember, but it's just that they promoted that type of entertainment beforehand, and people do get entertained off of seeing each other's drama. So it's like, and then when people see that and they're like, oh, like you said, I do agree. They will do whatever it takes to get the numbers and then promote drama to do it. So it's definitely like, but I think that's more of like healing the individuals so they can use the tool properly, not damning the tools that were created. And,
1000%, because it's good, I think, for like marketing too. If you think like Gen Zers are about to be the buying power, and that's like where they're at. So I think I could see like people getting on there to try to, entertain. And I mean, it's creative. I'm not gonna lie, I get entertained by them. I love them when people like use it good. I try them. I see like little kids doing the dances. My niece does the dances all the time. So it's cool to a degree.
You know what? I don't think I've ever seen any of you on TikTok.
No.
Good.
Not my thing.
No? All right. Okay. Well, I definitely won't be on TikTok. Travesty, you ever go on?
No, I don't do TikTok.
Oh, okay.
I
like
watch
to
TikTok.
Yeah, I do like to look at some. I can see myself just doing something.
I have filmed TikToks for my little sister. And, like recorded multiple takes until it's right, quote unquote. But other than that, no. I mean, I'll go there to watch cute dog videos and random, like I said, monologues. But I guess that's okay. I'm gonna play on the other side. I guess that's why algorithms are good, because when you swipe through certain things and like your feed becomes what you watch. So I can probably say it's little to adult because I am an adult and I am watching adults. I'm not looking for little kids to watch for. But I do think that it is weird that if you are an adult, then what if that is your preference? Or you're just getting all these kids? It's not funny. I'm just saying it's like it can go left, No, man.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Yeah, that's the thing, and it really seems to be a market for that, and a lot of people who probably shouldn't be on there are definitely gravitating towards TikTok. Absolutely. But the other thing is, though, is that, back when we were kids, and I definitely speaking of Travesty
Back in my day.
Being that we are the Xers,
elders.
Yeah. But being that we are the Xers now, what I noticed is that kids today, they don't have a place that they can go to, so they are relying on social media. Travesty and I would be able to go to the mall, go to the game room, play video games all freaking day, and so on and so forth. But these kids today, yeah, they might be able to go and jump on their phone and play a video game, but you know what? They're still in their house. They're not able to escape. They're not able to get out.
Well, see, that's again a whole generation thing. We used to be go outside and play. I remember coming inside, Mama, you smell like outside. Like, kids don't smell like outside. They smell like
I used to
dove
stay
and
outside.
sweat from video games, from being nervous and anxious from losing.
Well, you know what?
Like,
The
you
thing is,
know,
I think my parents used to try to get rid of me so I think they could get it on. I think that's what that was all about. My father would be like, here's $20, go to the mall, play video games. You know, Khadijah, our favorite millennial, is bringing in her millennial report. Go ahead, Khadijah.
I'm so upset because so down here I met this 23-year-old who seems to only speak Ebonics. It's ridiculous. I'm like, I understand everything you're saying, but I literally went, I have a question. He's like, what's up? I said, can you speak English? He's like, facts. Like,
No, I'm saying.
Oh, they different down there in the county of Dade. They're different.
Dude, but it's weird. Like, but I get that a lot in New York. And I'm realizing that's really becoming Ebonics somehow is its own real language. It's not just
I never understood what people were saying in Miami about like 40% of the time. It was just a different language, references. It's like a mixture of all the island plus hip hop.
We cross-reference our references.
Yeah, it's
I
like
get it.
But out here they look white, and then they're not. They're like Colombian, Cuban, and you know, I remember when I used to work door to door out here, and then I'm thinking, oh hi, and my name is such and such, and they're like, oh no, hable English. I'm like, you don't look like you.
I don't speak English.
Oh, it was what I remember when I used to.
Hey, Pete,
I was
speak a
volunteering for what's it, the Young Democrats or something like that in Miami, and I had to like call up houses, and I was just like, they're all like, oh, you're gonna vote for Obama, President Obama, or not? They're like, English, no. I was like, what did I say? I was like, Obama, see or no? See or no? See? Okay, we good.
Look,
that's also a thing that I'm not gonna say come to realize, but people will pretend that they really don't speak English. And we were in the store, me and Anna speaks Spanish. But come to find out, this woman can understand everything I'm saying.
My question to the ladies down in Miami: will there be any? Are we going to hit any clubs tonight after the event's over?
That part.
Y'all
need to go to Fontainebleau.
I feel old as fuck. My toes. I brought 2 pairs of shoes to the dinner because my toes can't take the heels already. I don't know, man. I don't know.
See, this is what's beautiful about Miami. You just need to take a nap. When you wake up at 12, the clubs are still going to be open. And then
are they?
Yeah, they don't close until like 5.
Don't listen to Kristy. Don't do that. Sparrow.
Yes, sir. I promise
Kristy.
I'm gonna get that homework to you. I am working on it.
Let me just say one thing, and this is directed right to Kristy. Kristy, you were doing that back when you were how old? Seriously, if you were going to do that now, if you were down in Miami right now, that would be it. It would be 12 o'clock, but go to bed, no nap. It would be go to bed, wake up, 6 a.m. What's for breakfast?
I'm just trying to live vicariously through y'all. I'm living vicariously through y'all.
I hear you. And for me, down in Miami, it will be what time is it? 8 o'clock? Yeah, right. Let me catch a few wings. I won't be getting up until like 9. And forget about breakfast. I'll be looking for like brunch or something like the old people do at this point. So forget that. But if you are going to go out, I'm pretty sure. I think Mansion is still going, right? Mansion's a club down there that's still going.
You should go to Wynwood. Like remember, Peter, that was Overtown back in the day. Now it's like an actual place where people hang out.
Wynwood back in the day was terrifying, but now yes, it's totally. It's an artist community, a lot of artists,
I'm gonna just go ahead and take notes. So when they go to sleep, I guess I'm gonna have to sleep back out.
Khadijah, you know what? I will send you my half sister down there. I'll send you her number. She's probably going out somewhere tonight, and you know, maybe you can meet up with her.
Sure, why not? And I didn't wear heels, so my feet are perfectly fine.
I just want to eat. I want some Cuban food, some Cuban sandwich, Cuban coffee, and just want to. Oh, queso! I need some
Cuban
queso
cigars.
Listen, listen, Sparrow, just go and get some Cuban toast, and you call it a day. That'll fill you up. The bread's this.
You know,
I'm starving, man. I'm hungry.
I keep dying because she says certain things, and I want to look over because it's just funny. I'm like, girl, but okay, y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. It's okay.
So,
I'm just.
so anyway, you know what? Believe it or not, we're almost at the magic time, and I have just a couple of things I wanted to discuss really quickly with everybody. Apparently, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has let out as to why he urinates during workouts, and I think that's absolutely interesting. And I wanted everybody's opinion on that. He basically came out and said, "I work out like a beast. I don't have time to use the restroom, so I pee into a water bottle." He does that right there in the gym. Whips it out, pees into a water bottle. What does everybody think?
Right.
Everyone is always looking for a reason to be nasty.
That
Oh,
part.
all right, see,
Nasty. Like, people
where'd you
just
hear
wanna
this,
be
Peter? Where'd you hear it?
ratchet. Like, I want to live in my stench and my piss and be nasty. There ain't nothing practical about that. That's him just being straight up nasty. He needs to wipe his dick, okay?
The Rock.
Where did
the
you hear
Rock-
this, Peter?
The Rock was
Better
doing
be
a workout video,
circumcised, 'cause a
and
motherfucker like that cannot live uncircumcised. No,
the Rock,
dirty ass.
The Rock was doing a workout, and he was being filmed working out, and somehow they panned over to a water bottle with a yellow liquid in it, and he came out recently and basically said, "Yeah, I noticed that everybody saw my pee bottle, and basically I
Rock?
work out."
This is
Yeah,
Dwayne
The Rock.
Johnson?
Dwayne
Are
The Rock.
you sure
Why
about
does
this?
he
You do
continue
not talk
to
about
disappoint
Dwayne Johnson.
me?
I use all his names.
I just the movie. But anyway,
Yeah, that white bitch can have him. I don't want to claim him no more.
Basically, what he says is that when he's in the gym, he works out so hard, he works out like a beast, that he
This
doesn't have
is like
time to
Tiger
run.
Woods when black people and Asian people were fighting over which side Tiger Woods was on, and then the Asians claimed him, and then blacks like, nah, we claiming him because his daddy's black. Well, this is where Rock, the white people claimed you.
Oh,
well, no part of him is white though.
You lost the black draft.
He's Polynesian and black.
card revoked permanently.
his father was one of the greatest
Rocky
wrestlers.
Johnson. Yeah,
Rocky Johnson. That's right.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
that was
I
daddy.
missed him when he was a wrestler. Oh my, but that's so nasty. Oh, I'm so disappointed.
God, what's
Well,
up?
Jabroni.
But he came right out and said it. He goes, I don't have time, so I just pee right into one. He goes, I look for an empty water bottle and I'll pee into it. That's what he said.
What he looks for.
But if you're taking the time to look for an empty water bottle, why not take a few feet, take the time to walk a few feet and just piss in a goddamn toilet bowl? That don't make no damn sense. That's just, you wouldn't be nasty.
But I gotta research
I'm
this.
gonna sit there and be like, I gotta pee. And then
I
you gotta
gotta be
find a
sure
way
this is
to
true. I don't
discreetly stick that, the size of that thing,
What?
and stick it inside a water bottle. Oh, the fuck?
Maybe it's little or something.
Maybe he has good aim.
We don't know. Maybe it's a little.
Actually,
Just because he's
No,
big.
I don't think,
The
I don't.
muscles are
Isn't he like
making it up
Samoan?
for that, you know, cars or an
wait,
extension of
someone
something.
brought up a good point about aims though.
Yeah, that's what, I was like, maybe he has like solid aim, you know?
Honestly, Peter and Travesty, how does that work? Like, what is aiming like with that thing?
Well,
Well, if you're peeing in a toilet, you shouldn't have no problem because this big.
It's big, right?
But do you think?
Unless you got
guys
an uncontrollable
for? I
tube
know
in
the
there that's
struggle
just going
right
like
now.
this.
I wanna know.
You possibly miss.
So you're being
But
complicated.
I want to know, do you guys
simple
think that you
process.
could pee in a bottle?
Because you're
Give it any
lazy
moment.
ass don't want to walk a few feet to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. But I also, like I said, I gotta know this is true. That don't seem.
listen, you know what?
I'm about to Google.
Let me just say one thing. Let me just interrupt really quickly. Okay, first of all, you guys got on my case when I brought the very important news about the penis pant. the penis plant blooming. After 20 years, this plant over in the Netherlands finally bloomed, and you all thought I was out of my
That
mind.
don't look like a penis plant. That's a clitoris plant. Men, stop trying to like claim shit.
No, but what I'm saying, no, what I'm, I
That
know that
thing's a
was
giant clit.
no, I know, but what I'm saying, though, is that Kristy did the research, and Kristy put it out there in the group. So, Kristy, I want you to do the research about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and how he pees into a bottle. Okay, Kristy will do that because apparently nobody believes me, but yet Kristy
Nah, I
puts it
didn't
out
say I
there.
didn't believe
No,
you.
he said no. Hold on. It said that he pees in a water bottle during his workouts because his gym doesn't have a toilet.
Oh, come on.
Why
That's
doesn't your-
oh, come on. What gym
Okay,
is
well,
that?
makes sense now. Now I understand.
What
Hold
gym
on.
doesn't have a bathroom?
You can't be a gym if you don't have a bathroom. Come on,
Right.
Kristy. Oh, give
You
me
Oh
know,
wait,
well,
no.
just
Then
wait.
he says,
Wait.
okay, so he did say this. He did say he refuses to waste time on bathroom breaks while in his iron paradise. Look, I go hardcore when I train.
You know what?
But you know
I'm
what?
sure-
Not in like a net, but I use the bathroom. Like let me just put it that way. But I could see where that could take out time. Like if he's supposedly going so hard and he doesn't want to waste time, I could see.
You don't have 5 minutes.
All I know
I
is
don't
It
know.
don't
I
even take that
tried. He's
long.
still fine.
It's
It doesn't
5
even
minutes.
take
It's like
any woman
that's
that
fine.
any woman.
That's
Hello, I'm
literally-
calling out women that slept with the Rock. If he didn't let you finish, come out, because if you can't take a break for working out to take a piss, you shouldn't take a break when you're trying to bust a nut either. So,
Whoa. How we get into this?
so if he better finish off the sisters, I want to know.
Sparrow, so you found out about this. I guess you're not into The Rock anymore. Is that what we're saying?
I'm just mad that he married a white girl. I bet I have no chance.
Did he marry a white girl?
He likes
don't know.
that little Lily, like, I'm gonna be nice and everything. A roughneck bitch like me. He won't be able to handle it. He went whiter.
Oh my goodness.
Disappointed.
She said,
The hard R.
I'm just so disappointed in the nastiness. But
Well, Kristy, let me just bring that up really quick. And actually, Khadijah too. It does not take 5 minutes for a guy to go use the restroom. We're in there. We whip it
really?
out.
Because we always
Yeah,
have a
that's
line,
it.
and y'all,
Right.
it's
Well, first of
92.
all, I know, but first of all, a guy can definitely hold it longer than a woman can. We already know.
Yeah,
Oh,
but there's
no.
never a line for the men's room, though. That means it takes like
True.
2.5.
It doesn't take that long. It doesn't. We're not even 5 minutes. You're in.
That's like 2.5.
Yeah, but then there are some guys that are nasty that won't wash their hands. But I can assure you, I wash my hands. But there's some guys that won't do that, and they just go in, flush and out. But that's what I don't understand about The Rock. I mean, can you be working out that hard where you don't have time?
Now
to
wait.
You know what? How about you build a? How about if you're gonna
Is
do
this
that,
a
build
public
gym in your house
or
that
is
has a
his
bathroom.
own
But
gym inside his
listen,
house or
thank
something?
you,
I
COVID.
don't know.
6 feet.
Because
Don't
then
shake
it
my
changes
hand.
the whole conversation.
That's a good point. Travesty.
What?
Like, and where is this place? Like, where is his
Is
gym?
public like LA Fitness?
Well,
Is
then again,
Yeah, like he ain't getting arrested for indecent
It's
exposure.
own
That's the
out.
thing.
Because it's The Rock. It's
he's
The
a
Rock.
rock. Yeah,
But
right. Word.
sometimes
What do you think he's gonna?
sometimes I can see where it's disruptive because like some gyms don't have like any mercy for like how far away the bathroom is, like from the workout. You have to take like a good height.
That I agree.
So
I've had that trouble
maybe,
too.
but this is
Look,
some
you-
a nasty fact. Like I used to run a lot, and I remember like those super fast runners who are like really trying to compete for time and stuff. I used to hear that they would like use the bathroom on themselves while they're running because they refused to stop.
See,
Oh,
And
that's ridiculous.
and like
You know what?
they didn't want to mess
That's
up the
That's
time.
mental health issues. That's mental health issues. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna
Exactly.
say little
'Cause then you're
by
gonna run
little,
like
I'm starting to understand your
Mommy and
point,
daddy
William.
pushed you
Piss running
too
by
hard
you
to go
all
into
the day.
Olympics.
That's just
You
ridiculous.
poor thing had no childhood, didn't even know how to piss. Oh my God, that's a good
Well, you know
time.
what though? Like the marathon runners, they piss themselves.
Yeah.
The guys do it. The Tour de France, they whip it out right there and they pee while they're on the bike. I mean, they do
Yeah.
it. So
Maybe.
Whoa. While they're
No.
riding a bike.
while they're riding the bike, right out there, and they're going and doing it.
While
Yeah.
riding a
You know,
bike,
next time
what
someone
do they-
denies me the bathroom, I'm gonna squat a piss in front of the establishment. How about that? And then now I have a right. You denied me to use the bathroom, and if I pee in front of your establishment, am I wrong?
And
Because
then
now
that's-
we're condoning The Rock for pissing inside a gym and athletes for pissing on themselves. So, you know, shouldn't be uncouth.
And then
I mean-
also too, let's like keep in mind, it seems like this is males like who are doing this junk. Like you don't see no female like, let me just grab a cup real quick. Like that would be like completely unacceptable.
Exactly.
It would be so unacceptable if you saw a woman do it. But like we're like, oh well, you know, he is hardcore in the gym. Like
Fuck that
We're
no.
talking about we're
Fuck
talking
that.
about different types of equipment
Sorry,
too.
we're not
you know,
supposed to curse. Forget that.
you can curse all you want. We're talking about different types of equipment where a guy can technically probably go into a corner and no one will know what he's doing, and he'll
Oh,
do
that's
that.
bullshit. Every time I see a guy piss in a corner, and then I'm like, I get mad about that stuff because my kids like always like, mommy, what's he doing? Nothing. Don't worry
Well,
about it. Take
He's
it.
playing
what-
video games, baby. Playing
Like,
video
like,
games.
like, what do you think?
I
he's
mean, it's
doing?
gotta
You
go
see the
fast.
stream? Like, come on.
If he's peeing in a bottle, look, I think it's nasty regardless because you can just go use the bathroom.
I'm
But he's
sorry,
peeing
no.
in a bottle,
It's
you know,
gross.
so a woman doesn't have that luxury. How is a woman going to pee in a bottle
Mhm.
without anybody knowing she's doing
But
it?
no,
Unless
let
she's
me
walking
tell you
the whole
something. They try to make it like a stranger woman could, like, women could get undressed in front of each other because we're women, even if we don't know each other. That's bullshit too. I had some lady like keep her stall open so she could piss, and I'm like, don't keep your stall open so I could see your stuff. And it's inappropriate. It's totally inappropriate for both men and women. Those are sexual parts. They're used for sexual reasons, and there should be boundaries because of that.
And peeing.
Sorry, did I drop the mic? Drop the phone.
Hey, you know what? I don't know what I could tell you. You know, I mean, he did come out and he admitted that you might have seen this liquid. And yes, I admit I work out like a beast and I don't have time to use the restroom, so I pee in a cup. That is very true. You know,
I wonder like how he discards it though. Is it like, does he take the extra precaution? Like, okay, now that I, you know, couldn't go to this bathroom, like where does he like empty it and throw it away?
Listen, what he's
I
doing,
would
what he's
think that
doing,
he just throws the whole
Dwayne,
bottle.
I
but-
invite you
but
on
you know
the
what he's doing,
show to
what
tell
he's
us
doing,
where do you dispose that shit?
look, what
Fucking
he's
defend
doing
that
is
shit. You gotta
Yeah,
defend that shit.
he's doing what everybody, what about 99.9% of the New York City cab drivers do. He's peeing in a bottle. Cab drivers can't go use the restroom. They pee in the cup. They throw it in the garbage. That's what he does. He's not going to go and empty it into a bathroom. He's going to pee in a bottle and throw it in the garbage and call it a day, which is the worst thing you can do. But, you know, unfortunately, that's what he's doing. No other way around it.
But if you, those poor garbage men are like squashing that garbage and they get splashed. They think it is
There's
some
a-
juice.
This is
Well,
a
here's the
horrible
funny thing.
day.
Like it's
But here's
just
the funny-
juice. No, it's
Here's the
not,
funny
brother.
thing
It's not.
there you can go to like an AutoZone or Autobahn, any one of those auto parts stores. They actually have this thing that you can bring with you if you're taking a long drive, and you could pee into it and it actually crystallizes the urine, and then you just throw it away.
It crystallizes the urine.
It crystallizes the urine. A lot of cab
Why
drivers
don't we
use it.
just wear adult diapers?
It crystallizes the urine.
Yeah, you basically pee into it, it crystallizes it, and then you just leave it in the garbage. It turns the urine into a solid, basically.
I'll just wear a pamper.
Well, if you think
Okay.
about it, these New York
They'll
City
give me a
cab
fag.
drivers, New York City cab drivers, they're in their car for 12, sometimes 15 hours. You think they're gonna pull over and go use a restroom in a restaurant? No one's gonna let them use it. Come on, no one's gonna let any of them use it.
You
Sorry.
mean he doesn't like stop to eat and like, let me take a.
I think there's places they can stop and go to the bathroom. I'm fine.
Wearing a diaper, like
He doesn't get
If I'm a
gas in
cab
his
driver-
12-hour day.
When you're driving in
wonder-
New York City, a yellow cab, you got that car for 12 to 15 hours. That's it. and these
Listen,
yellow
we're being
cabs.
creative about how to get rid of
Somehow, I
germs,
think that's
and
just
it's very
being lazy
easy.
if you don't
I
want to
want to know
pee.
how can I
There's
shit
no,
on the
listen, New
news?
York City, there's nowhere to park in New York City. There is nowhere to park.
No,
They
no,
get
no, 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 no,
they
no.
got they
I
got
don't
they
give a
got
shit about
can
urine.
stands.
How can I take a dump?
Oh, I don't. That
So they
thing.
do in a
Oh,
cup
Solve
too.
that problem.
The cup. That they do.
no, they're not going to
I
take a
want
dump.
to be able to travel, and when that comes, have a solution for that.
Yeah, wear the diaper,
Mhm.
Sparrow. Wear the diaper for
Right.
that. There you go. Done.
Everyone would know my
You
pee state.
smashed up. Oh, that's so gross.
I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, but luckily
Yeah, and
nobody.
it's like you gotta
I'll be
change it
wearing my diaper.
yourself.
I wear my adult diaper like this. I'm like, okay, I just did my business. Go ahead, go back. You say it.
Right.
That's a turd. Sorry, I laughed too hard.
I mean, you know what? It's gonna come to the point. I mean, well, let's put it this way: the race car drivers, the NASCAR drivers, they all wear catheters, and they're peeing
Oh,
a whole
that's different. Yeah, no, what's different? You're in a race to make this money. You can't stop and pee in that situation.
Well, listen, the cab drivers got to do the same thing. They own that car for 12 to 15 hours, and they got to bring it back.
Look, you're not winning no $1 million. You can pull over and go to the bathroom. That's the way I look at it.
Chrissy's face.
I'm just like, that's
All right,
just
so
crazy.
Sure.
getting back to the Rock, maybe he just needs to wear a catheter and call it a
He's got to
day.
explain himself. I'm sorry. He got to explain why he went for a white girl, not me. And then why he's singing inside bottles. What the fuck?
You know,
So he
Kristy,
can do that kind of stuff.
Yourself.
Kristy and Sparrow, Kristy and Sparrow, you were both athletes, and you still are. I mean, have you ever thought about that? Like, oh, I don't want to go all the way to the bathroom. Let me either go on myself or figure out something else. I mean, has that ever come to you?
I mean,
No.
to be honest with you, for me, working out with having to pee is very uncomfortable. So I don't mind going to the bathroom and relieving myself so I could comfortably work out.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Sparrow. It
Same.
shouldn't even really be a thought or a conversation to even think about it, because you should naturally just want to stop and go to the bathroom. The bottom line.
Right.
It's
Like,
not
I don't
that
want to have to like
difficult.
worry about squat and then something comes.
Right. And it's like, and I work out hard. I don't need to like,
Be an issue.
I'm okay with taking like a 3-minute break. Like, I think that even the top premier athletes, like
That's a water break.
The Rock, like not the only one who's had to use the bathroom, who trains hard, who has to use the bathroom. Like, you're so good at
Exactly.
the bathroom.
You're just looking for that. That's some shit from when you was a little kid, some nasty shit you didn't outgrow. Sorry.
Well, you know what? That's one thing. To be honest with you, back in the days when I was playing football, I mean, the first thing I did is I would use the restroom before practice, and I never even thought about even having to go to the restroom because you're out there sweating. You're sweating it all out anyway. So I can't see myself. I can't see
I don't
myself going.
Yeah, I don't
No.
like working out without having to pee. I have a process. Like, I go and then I drink lots of water and then I use the bathroom and then I'll get my music going and then I'll go and do some stretching and then I'll go back to using the bathroom because especially with the hooping, that thing's hitting against my waist. I have to pee. I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
Listen, I'm with you on that. I mean, you can't work out while you got a full bladder. I don't know what The Rock is doing to have
Okay.
a full bladder when he's working out. I don't know what he's doing.
What size is it? How long is it? What's the girth?
That's like the extra information you need to know. Like, you're like, this is just
Travesty said it the best with going to the restroom. It's big, it's a big hole. You can't miss. How do you miss? But this guy's peeing into a cup, so I don't know, or a bottle or whatever. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't.
Yep.
it's crazy aim, I guess.
Trav, I got a question for you. Have you ever done a long ride and have you ever had to pull over and you go into a cup?
Oh, hell yes. That's the worst nightmare for me. There was times I had to go to the bathroom bad. But guess what? I pulled over and went to a place where I can go. I wasn't going to pee in a bottle. I want to pee on myself because that's the stupidest thing I've heard in my life. I had to hold the best I can and find a bathroom. That's just it. And it always worked.
Yes.
That hard
Have you
to do, people.
Have you ever peed in a cup?
No. I have not peed in a cup. I know you have, though. You said
Yes,
you
I
did.
have.
So that's why. See, I know what Peter be doing. He brings stuff up because it be stuff that he does. You see what
I'm
I'm
not gonna
saying?
lie, I
Here?
did. Listen, I
Only
did.
time I peed in the cup is to take a pregnancy test. That's it.
No, the only reason why the only reason why that happened, but I had a pull. I was
No,
on.
no. I don't want to hear it.
I was
you're
on.
Johnson, just like him. I don't want to hear it, Peter.
I was on
Conversation is done. You're one of them.
5. I was driving up from Richmond, Virginia.
And when you do it yourself,
What's that?
how are you going to
I didn't hear
shame Rock to do it yourself?
Nah, the Rock does it in public. I did it in a car. The Rock's sitting there in the gym and he whips it out and he lets it go in a bottle for where there's a bathroom available. Come on.
It should never be done. It should never be done.
The only reason why it happened to me is because I pulled over on I-95. I was going to get out and go to the woods, and then a trooper
Those
pulled
are my
out.
duty issues. I want to be able to take it
I'm just
something
messing
go.
with you, Peter, but hey, you know
Like
what the deal
a
is.
dump bag. We should have like a dump bag or something.
Shoot, I remember, and Sparrow, you can probably relate to like I forgot what we were out in the field, like we were doing like some kind of field exercise for the military.
Uh-huh.
I feel like that's where I think that's probably like the moment where I was just like the nastiest in my life. Like you haven't showered, you're using like baby wipes to wipe you down.
But they force you. Okay, so true story. I pissed myself in the military twice because they wouldn't let me go to the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
And then they make you do that whole drinking thing, and I had to like.
What? She said, "Oh yeah."
We were shooting in the field, and then when you shoot the weapon, you can't call it a gun. When you shoot the weapon, what happens is there's a point you're supposed to relax and breathe out, and then pull the trigger. Or if you pull the trigger while you're tense with the breath inside you, the shot goes wild, and you don't hit your target. So I was like, okay, I have to pee. I was like, don't think about it, and then just relax. And then I went, and it went. I was like, oh shit. And then I try to have like a plan. I was like, all right, I'm gonna make it to the tent, and then I'm gonna stick my fingers down my throat, and I'm gonna puke on my pants, and then I'm gonna have a reason to go back to base. But my drill sergeant, she noticed it, and she goes, Private Leonie. She's like, did you piss yourself? I was like, oh, drill sergeant. And then she sent me back to the base.
They did not care. Like you can sit there. I remember like we were out doing something. I was like, yo, I gotta use a latrine. I gotta use a latrine. And they're like, no, you better go on the wood line, Private, or whatever. Like, oh,
Private.
Yeah,
so you had to like
they'll humiliate your ass for that shit. You gotta go pee-pee, you gotta go dookie, go right there.
Go right there. And so you have to like,
and then do push-ups afterwards.
Yeah.
It gives a whole new meaning to finding
say anything about the Rock.
Well, anyway,
that was not by choice. That's not by choice. That
I'm with you, Sparrow.
Choice was taken from me. The Rock.
Sparrow. I am with you on that. The Rock has a choice. Anyway, getting back. Everybody know, believe it or not,
conscious choice.
I would love to talk about. This. I'm sure everybody would love to talk about this, but we are at that magic time, everyone. And,
yeah, we've been at the time, Pete.
Yes, we're going to go ahead and start the sign off before I have to go into a cup. So
you're used to it.
So anyway, we're going to go ahead and start the sign off. We're going to starting off with Khadijah, our favorite millennial.
As always, peace, love, and happiness to all you wonderful people. Come down to Miami and see if you can get a 23-year-old to speak English.
Kristy, over to you.
Hey, leaving off, y'all be safe. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Or if you celebrate the holiday, just another way to be grateful for something. This has been a crazy year. So you are able to see tomorrow, something to be gratitude in that. Anywho, be safe. Love you all.
Sparrow, you want to give us a shout out for where you are and what you're doing?
Hey, this is Sparrow here at #Unblinded and coming at you with Created for You Artist Market, NYC Art Cypher. We're just fundraising so we can help the community, help business grow, and just trying to spread the love through $1 at a time. Click, donate, subscribe,
Right.
like.
Mhm. All right.
Keywords.
Everybody, keywords. Happy Thanksgiving. We are not going to be on next week. We're all getting a break. But anyway, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Be safe. Wear your mask. Don't eat too much turkey. And Travesty, over to you.
Yeah. Peace.